I'm gonna wait until everybody come on in and watch me live. Come on in and watch me live on the Mighty Dillet Show. Today I'm gonna talk about Sean Puffy Combs. I hope everybody had a good day. Make sure y'all subscribe me too. I'll be right back. I'm back. All my information is on my phone. I'm gonna end up taking notes and write it on my piece of paper. Yeah, all my information is on my phone, but I'm gonna start writing notes. That's what I need to start doing. Well, today I had to get on here to talk about Sean Puffy Combs. The reason why I want to talk about him because one thing about me, I'm not gonna. I just hope the main people who is talking bad about him. I mean, talking bad about him, like the people have been knowing him since the beginning when Bad Boys came out, or been following him since he started Bad Boys. Or first, he was working at Uptown Records. Um, Andre Harrell hired Puffy to work with him, and then he fired him. To be honest, Puffy is not a nice person. If you ever watch Making the Band, he was evil. He was mean. I mean, mean. He's not a nice person. That was it for me, how he was treating those folks. Yeah, it was a TV show called Making the Band. You can watch on YouTube. You can watch on YouTube. And I believe they're going to bring that back too, Making the Band. Some people will try to destroy you. They will destroy you, and the more they destroy you, they're gonna forget about you. They're gonna mention your name. They're gonna be like, who was that? Oh, they're gonna act like you don't exist. But Puffy is not a nice person. I wasn't there. All them parties that he was having. I don't know if he was messing with little boys, but all I know is Puffy is not looking good. I'm just going to tell you what people are saying. I believe some is true, especially if you look up to Clyde Davis and call him your mentor. People like Clyde Davis, I don't want them in my presence because Clyde Davis evil and nasty and mean. How he treated Phyllis Hyman, how he treated Whitney Houston, how he treated Janis Joplin, and more artists was on his label. You guys thought I was going to talk about Sean Combs? Combs, Sean Combs. I'm going to talk about, I said the topic is Sean Puffy Combs and more entertainment news. Clyde Davis, he needs to be exposed. 3 of your artists died. He didn't get them no help. When you work for an artist, if you are a manager, a personal assistant, a publicist, if you work for an artist hire you to be in their corner. They hire you for a reason. They hire you because they trust you. Whitney Houston, Janis Joplin, Phyllis Hyman trusted Clyde to be there for them when they dealing with dark times in their life. But he just threw them away when they were strung out on drugs, crying for help. Yes, you can have a good childhood, but things happen. Janis Joplin had a good childhood, but she had trauma in her life. Some people can't handle Hollywood. I like to be behind the scene. I don't mind being on TV, but not all the time. I like my privacy. Clyde Davis treat his artists like crap. Mickey Howard was so blessed to leave Clyde Davis. She was strung out on drugs too. But God saved her from that devil. Yeah, Clyde Davis, the devil. And he's bisexual. Yep, that's why I've been hearing. He's bisexual. Even Barry White, the late Barry White, one of the best male baritone voices, knew how to sing, sold out concerts. He did his own thing. Nobody didn't tell him what to do. He controlled his own money. He controlled his own music, his own career. He was Barry White. He wasn't trying to be in the spotlight. He was trying to teach people about the music industry. The music industry, Hollywood is a mess. Hollywood is the devil, is a mess if you don't have the right people on your corner. Barry White warned his friend Luther, one of the greatest male singers in the R&B industry. He left a great legacy. Barry White left a great legacy. He warned Luther not to work with Clyde Davis. Shock and Calm, go on her YouTube. She don't have nothing good to say about Clyde. When Whitney Houston died, I wasn't shocked when he decided I'm not canceling my event that he had in the hotel. He wasn't going to cancel it. Yeah, Whitney saying that, oh, Whitney would want me to she wouldn't want me to cancel my event. Shock and Khan believe Whitney would not want him to keep the show going, and especially she died in the hotel. That's what Shaka Khan said. Shaka Khan disagreed that you know how people be saying, some people be saying like, oh, the reason why they kept the party going or the awards going because that person will want them to they will want them to keep the show going. keep the show going. The show is over if somebody die in the hotel. If I had a hotel party or any party that I had, it's canceled. I don't have to get to know the person. It's canceled. Yeah, it was at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Clyde Davis Grammy party. Clyde Davis had a Grammy party, and after the party was over, the awards is last. Shaka Khan do not agree that Whitney will want him to I'm gonna say it in a different way. Shaka Khan disagreed when some people were saying that um, Whitney will want him. Whitney would not want him to cancel his Grammy party and cancel the awards show. So I'm gonna say it again. Shaka Khan don't believe when some people were saying Whitney would not want Clyde to cancel his Grammy party in Beverly Hilton Hotel. She would not want him to cancel anything. She disagree. I disagree. Clyde Davis did not care about Whitney. He didn't. If y'all didn't know, Clyde Davis did drugs. That's why he talks like that. Some people in the hotel didn't feel comfortable staying in that hotel because Whitney Houston is gone. She was one of the best R&B singers in the music industry. So she sold out concerts like that. Clyde Davis didn't care. When Janis Joplin was struggling on drugs, he didn't care. And when she died, he didn't care. When Phyllis Hyman was suffering from depression, anxiety, and suicide, he didn't care. Phyllis warned Prince not to work with Clyde Davis. And now you have Prince. He went his catalog and he's dead. Michael Jackson bought the Beatles catalog and he also won his court case and he's dead. Hollywood is the devil. If you want to be on Hollywood, be a private celebrity. You know what? I shouldn't. Some people don't call them. Some people don't. Some people don't want to be recognized as celebrity. I say, if you want to be in the music industry, have the right people on your corner who's going to tell you the truth. Sometimes we don't want to hear the truth, but it's good to tell the truth and not lie. If Clyde Davis is your mentor, you're messed up in the head. You have some serious issues because Clyde Davis, he's a creepy old man. He was nasty and mean. Nasty, mean, and nice. Puff Daddy was just mean. And look what happens. Look what happens. Think you're a god. You're not a god. Puff Daddy, Clyde Davis, some of these celebrities people look up to. They're human beings just like us. They struggle just like us. They struggle just like us. The only difference about that lifestyle is everybody's watching them. If they make one mistake, everybody's going to know about it. They're going to put it on TV. They're going to put it on social media. It's going to be exposed. So expose Clyde Davis. Expose him. He treated TLC like crap. TLC was like one of the best female R&B groups. Sold out millions of records. They sold out millions of songs. Yes, millions. They sold out. Their concerts was always sold out. They was very popular. very popular in the 90s. And Left Eye, go watch Left Eye YouTube, and she will break it down how some of these record companies will rob you blind if you don't do your homework. We are so hooked to fame instead of handling the important things, getting a lawyer, getting the right lawyer, getting the right managers, do your homework. We just get caught up like, oh, I'm famous, I'm making millions of dollars. You don't read the contracts. You just sign the contract because you saw 6 million, 12 million, 20 million. And some of those contracts are not legit. Some of those contracts are fake. Sometimes you have to be careful. Clive Davis robbed his artists. Puff Daddy did too. Rumors are going around saying, yes, Puff Daddy is mean and evil. Making the band was it for me. Do you understand why Andre Harrell fired Diddy? I understand. I never heard nothing bad about Andre Harrell. Nothing bad about him. He treated his artists good. If you're having a bad day, don't take it out on everybody else. Keep it to yourself. It's nobody's fault that you're having a bad day. But that ego, snakes, backstabbers, the OJs, big hand clap to the OJs. Big hand clap to Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble. They was right about For the Love of Money. Backstabbers, big hand clap to the late Norman Whitfield, his right hand man. Barrett Strong, Smiling Faces. They would smile at your face and stab you in the back. We have a lot of backstabbers. We have a lot of people who is love with money. It's okay to have money, but the Bible talks about money and evil. We have to be careful when you in the show business, especially Hollywood, R&B. I know gospel have their problems too, but gospel have their issues, but it's like when you become a singer, a songwriter, a musician, you want to sing R&B music, you want to be in Hollywood, and you see a whole lot of stuff you never thought you was going to see. They said Puffy parties was crazy, nasty. Some people saying Puffy had baby oil. Puffy was doing all kinds of things to young boys. People are saying Puffy was messy. Yeah, Puffy was messing with young girls. Puffy hired a hitman to kill Tupac. Some people are saying that he hired someone to kill Tupac in Las Vegas. Because East Coast and West Coast, that was ridiculous, going against each other. That was crazy. He knew that rumors are saying he knew that Biggie was going to get killed that night. Jagger Wright, wherever her name is, Jagger Wright. I hope she got her facts right, because all the stuff that she's saying is deep. She's saying that Faith Evans, yeah, Jagger, her name is Jagger, Jagger Wright. You guys know her. She be on YouTube, Instagram, any social media she can get on. She's bashing, talking mean and bad about Puffy. She don't like him. Jagger Wright was saying Faith knew that Biggie would, no, Big Puff Daddy. Okay, Jagger Wright said Puffy told Faith that Biggie was going to get killed. It's on my YouTube. I saw it on TikTok. And you probably can see on YouTube. I saw it on TikTok. She said that coming out of her mouth. So I hope she got her facts right. I hope she got her facts right. Maybe she do, because maybe she got her facts right. Some people were saying that I can't believe nobody haven't sued her. Some people said, what she got? She don't got nothing. She's not really famous. I think that's her problem too. I'm not a big fan of her. I'm just telling you what she said. Biggie ex-bodyguard, Jeannie Dill. I can't say he's lying because he was with Puffy 24/7. His ex-bodyguard, Jeannie Dill, said Puff has something to do with Kim partner's death. All I know is that she went to Africa way back. I follow her on Instagram when she was alive. She went to Africa. And some people say when you go to those kind of countries, you're going to get sick. Of course, it's a different living environment. She came back, got sick, catching pneumonia. I heard so many stories that people go to Africa and they come back to the United States and they get sick. Some people told me that that's normal. Your body is not used to that. It's a different living environment. I couldn't live there. I couldn't live in Africa. But she went to Africa with her friends, and then she came back, got sick, went to pneumonia. See, the part I didn't understand, when somebody have pneumonia, you don't release them. If you went to a hospital Monday and you say I have a pneumonia, I went on this trip and I came back, I got a cold, I had a cold, I don't feel good. And then they test you and say, hey, you have pneumonia. If you went to the hospital on that Monday, they should not release you on a Tuesday. I don't know what day they release her from the hospital, but I think it was too soon. When a person having pneumonia, you need to stay. Everything is cleared. You need to stay. I don't care if you feeling good. I don't care if people say, I feel good. No, you don't. Your mind is telling you you feel good. See, our mind tell us we're good, but our body's saying no. Like we eat a lot, like we eat and we're full, but our mind is saying, I need more. And our body is saying no. So I believe they released her too soon from the hospital, some from pneumonia. Jeannie Dill, Jaguar Wright, the people who don't like Puffy, they said that he had something to do with her death. They said he gave her some drugs and she overdosed and died in her sleep. That is what people are saying. Jaguar Wright is saying that Biggie did something to Kim. Jaguar Wright believed that Puffy tried to kill Al B. Sure. If y'all didn't know, Al B. Sure and Kim were boyfriend and girlfriends. They have a son together, Quincy. Okay. Al B. Sure said on his Instagram that book is fake. Her children said the book is fake. So do not buy that fake book. Whoever released that, I will sue you. If that was my family member, I will sue you. If Kim Partner was my family member, I will sue you because that's wrong. You don't create something and a person didn't write that. They said that was a fake book. Everybody, do not read that fake book. Don't waste your time and read false information. I'm just on here trying to tell y'all what people are saying. And I'm telling y'all my opinion about Puffy. He's mean and evil. He is mean and evil. He is mean and evil. He don't have he doesn't have a good heart. He's arrogant. And Usher, I would never let my child matter of fact, I'm gonna be with my child 24/7, especially with a minor. I'm not gonna let my child have their freedom. You have your freedom when you're 18 years old and you're on your own. I try to teach you how to do the right things, but you decided not to. Okay. You be back. Okay. But Usher mom, she need to be quiet because you trusted Puffy with your son, and that was red flags. If anybody trusts Puffy with their children, red flags. Red flags. Clyde Davis, his mentor. He looked up to Clyde Davis. That was it for me. I don't like Clyde Davis. How he treated his artists. Mm-mm. Puff Daddy did this to himself. He act like nothing wasn't going to happen to him. You're not a god. You're a human being. Can I say Usher's lying? No. I believe Usher's telling the truth. I believe Bow Wow is telling the truth. Jaguar Wright, Jeannie Dill. Well, Jeannie Dill, I believe I can't say he's lying. I can't say he's lying. Because if he was lying, somebody should, if he was lying, why he haven't been sued? He watched Puffy he watched Puffy beat up Kim Parner. I believe Puffy is a woman beater. And I believe he did something to Kim Parner. And the reason why I believe he did something to his children's mother, because when I saw that video, I believe Puffy beat up Kim Parner. He beat her up. And Jeannie Dill was telling the truth. He beat her up because she was going to expose him about the book that she read. Not the book, not the fake book is released. That fake book is false information because her family said it's false information. I'll be sure said it's false information. Don't read that book. I'm not reading it. I'm not wasting my money read false information. I want true information. Facts. Okay. I believe he did something to Kim because when I watched that video, what he did to Cassie, and some of these females need to understand, you can't change a man. You know what kind of guy these men are. Drug dealers turn to abusive men. They use females to do their dirty work, hire prostitutes to do their dirty work. Okay? I'm not drug dealers, abusive men. If he hits you once, he's going to hit you again. Drug dealers, I'm not saying Puffy's a drug dealer, but some of these drug dealers are woman beaters. Stay away from these drug dealers. Stay away from people like control females. Because when you date a man want to control you, it's going to turn to an abusive relationship. An abusive relationship will cause health problems because I see it every day. I have some people that I know who dealt with abusive relationship and they messed up because they decided to stay. Drug dealers, some of these women think it's so popular to date these drug dealers or date these abusive men because they got money. Let me tell you something. You're not the only female they messing with. They messing with all kinds of females. And you're going to fool around, get pregnant, and they're going to talk bad about you, call you out your name. I don't want that type of dude in my life. I'm not marrying no dude who's going to call a female out of her name. I'm not dating none of these dope boys. I'm not going to date nobody like Puffy. I'm not going to date nobody like Clyde Davis. Freaky men. It's a lot of freaky men out here would treat a female like a piece of crap. Blake Diamond, how you doing? Today I'm talking about Puffy. Yeah, she's gonna. Yeah, he's what happened was DeMarcus was under the weather, so he wants me to reschedule for next Friday. And you know, Atlanta had that storm too. I forgot Atlanta got hit too. Um, one of my uncles, he live in Atlanta. He says a lot of damage in Atlanta, so keep Atlanta in your prayers. Yeah, keep Atlanta in your prayers. Yeah, keep Atlanta in your prayers because they had a lot of damage. One of my great uncles live in Atlanta. He don't live in the city, but he live in Georgia area. They said it was a lot of damage. So DeMarcus is under the weather. So he want me to schedule for next Friday at 7 p.m. Yes. Make sure you subscribe me on Black Diamond. Make sure you subscribe me, the Imani Dilla Show. But today I'm talking about Puffy. If you have any questions about Sean Puffy Combs, let me know. You can comment. Yeah, you can make comments, everything. And I can write back to you while I'm talking about it. Yep. So thank you. Thank you, Black Diamond. I appreciate it. Thank you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, The Imani Dillard Show, and also follow me on TikTok, The Imani Dillard Show. And I'm also on Facebook, Imani Dillard. And join my group page, The Imani Dillard Show Facebook group page. Thank you. But you can stay on here because I'm talking about Puffy. Yes, he's very creepy. And you know what? He always been creepy to me. All right. On my TikTok, it says Black Diamond and everybody's watching. It says NBC News, October the 1st. This happened yesterday. It says they're not playing with they don't care who you are. They don't care if you make millions or billions of dollars, thousands of dollars. You don't have to be famous to get busted and be exposed. They will get you. We live in America. Come on, people. We live in America. Look at our color. They will get you just like that. They don't care you famous. They don't care. It says right here, a Texas-based attorney says he is representing more than 100 accusers with sexual assault allegations against Diddy over 20 years. Shoot, they don't care if it was in the 90s. People will bring up your past and bring you down if they found evidence in the 70s, 80s, 90s. They do not care. People say that was a long time ago. Why are they talking about the 70s, the 80s, and 90s, trying to bring people down? Because they don't care. We live in an evil world. That is why we need to humble ourselves. My great grandma Mimi said, the late Thelma Wilson, don't get too high. Don't get too high. And I pray every day. I said, Lord, let me stay humble. If I'm having a bad day, please don't let me take it out on everybody else. I was talking to a famous singer, and he said, be careful with these egos and these snakes. He said, if you having a bad day and somebody wants your autograph or want to take a picture with you, you can tell someone, hey, tell that person I'm not having a good day, and tell them that next time when I see them, I will take a picture with them and I will sit down and talk to them. I'm telling y'all, evidence, it don't have to be, well, let me say in a different way. People will find dirt on you, the things that you did in the 70s, in the 80s. I'm telling you, people will bring up your past and destroy your career. If you did some crooked stuff, did some sexual harassment, they will bring it up in the 70s. Oh, in the 70s, this person did this, 80s, 90s, they don't care. Yes, that was a long time ago. Yes, that was the past. But we dealing with some evil people will bring you down and they won't forget. You have, yes, Cassie. Some of these gullible females, you knew the kind of guy he was. People told you about these type of men, how they treat females. You know, some of these men is not going to marry you. They just want to have sex and move on to the next girl. They're going to have sex with you. They're going to use you up. And they're going to tell everybody, I screw her. She's a hoe. Okay? Excuse my language. You have some guys will use you up, have sex with you. They're not going to put a ring on your finger. They're going to get you pregnant or tell you get rid of the baby or you can keep the baby, but I won't have nothing to do with it. They're going to mess with this girl, this girl. They're going to mess with this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl. Okay? You have some dudes have 4 different baby mamas. Okay? Dumb. It's like, come on. When you going to wake up? I know I'm not in a relationship, but when I see some of these gullible females date these sorry men, is disrespectful, don't have no respect for females. They talk bad about females, call them bees and hoes and sluts, and use them up, beat on them. It's teaching me to take my time in relationship. People was right. Take your time having children. I'm glad I took my time. I'm 28 years old. I'm taking my time. I'm glad I have two, I'm glad I took my time. Especially how the world is. Cassie knew the type of person Diddy was. What happened to her, how he grabbed her and body slammed, he grabbed her. It's on YouTube. He grabbed her and slammed her on the ground. She could have hit her head and died or had a head concussion. Did Puffy care? Heck no. He don't care. His dad was a street hustler in Harlem, New York. His dad went to the military. And you know what? Some of these folks back in the day went to the military and they thought that they was going to get treated good. Like I retired. I did my 4 years. I did my 5 years and 10 years in the Army. So when I get out, I'm going to have my disability check and I'm going to have my own place. I'm going to have a good job. It didn't operate like that back in the day. They didn't treat us right. America never treated Black people right. So Melvin Combs, I'll keep saying Combs. Melvin Combs, Puffy's daddy, met his mom. They had a child. They had children together too. He was struggling. Did he want to do drugs? Did he want to sell drugs? No. So he had two options. Should I get on drugs or should I sell drugs? I'm struggling. I'm a veteran. Y'all lied to me. United States of America lied to me. They told me that I was going to have they was going to help me get a job. I was going to get my full disability. Please, America never treated Black people right. He struggled. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to sell drugs, but he didn't have a choice. He was struggling, but he got caught up. That ego, being arrogant, he got caught up, and he died as a street hustler. He died. Somebody shot him when he was in his car. It's a short documentary about Puffy's daddy, Melvin Combs. Okay. Puffy, I believe he did something to Kim, his children's mother. How he did that to Cassie, he did that to Kim. But he did it in another level. When I say another level, that means he beat Kim, and the more he beat her, I believe he scared her and warned her, if you expose me, it's over. How he did that to Cassie, I believe he did that to Kim. Mm-hmm. Jeannie Dill said Kim had black eyes and a busted nose. Mm-hmm. He's a woman beater. Cassie knew the type of guy he was. She knew that Puffy wasn't going to put a ring on her finger. No, he wouldn't dare. He's the type of dude, I'm going to use you up. He's the type of person, if you don't answer my phone calls, I'm done with you. He's that type of person. He's that type of person. A control freak. He was right. My grandma was right. Mimi, you was right. Don't get too high. Don't get too high. She used to say that all the time. My great grandma Mimi lived to be 104. And she always say, don't get too high. Don't get too high. And she was right. It's a shame. Some of these females just fall for men, treat them like crap. We're going to wake up as females. You get tired of the abusive, the controlling. It's an illness. It is an illness. Jeannie Dill, hopefully I can interview him. He has a book. Let me look it up. It's on Amazon. He can't stand puppy guts. They say he's disrespectful to his mom. Be careful when a man, you have to, okay, when you see a man and he don't treat his mom right, you better not marry him. You better leave him alone if he don't respect his mom. Jeannie Dill, book is called My World of Bodyguarding a Hip Hop Star. The Last Big Night. The name of his book is called My World of Bodyguarding a Hip Hop Star. Last Big Night. Last Big Night. You can buy it on Amazon. I might buy it. Kindle is $9.99, 60 pages, paperback. It's $26.99, 10%, $26.99 plus tax. But if you buy it, let me see. What is the total? Okay. The total is, if you buy it, if I bought it today, I would get it this Saturday. And I had to pay, you have to pay $35.67. Jenny Dill, watch his YouTube videos. Jenny Dill, I like watching him more than Jaguar, right? Because she's radical and I want to know where she's getting her information from. I hope she's telling the truth. I hope she's telling the truth, because the stuff that she's saying is some, ooh-wee, she's going really deep until she's going really deep. She's very deep about this Puffy drama. He put himself in a bad environment. Andre Harrell tried to help him. Different people try to help him, but when you get too high, nobody can tell you nothing. Millions, the money coming, the cars, the jewelry, the necklace, and the air, all that stuff is coming. Millions, people say some people change when they get millions. Some people don't change. For the love of money. We all have a choice in life. We all have a choice in life. But Kim felt bad for her. She left Puffy, but Puffy kept on harassing her. Well, first he didn't harass her, but he kept talking that talk. I'm sorry. Oh, you know how some of these men are. They talk that talk. I'm gonna get help. I'm sorry. My dad was in my life. Oh, I had a rough life. Blah blah blah. And Kim said, but I'm glad she didn't fall for that. But how he did that to Cassie, how he grabbed her and body slammed her, she could have hit her head. She could have had a head concussion. And Puffy did not. And I'm glad she didn't hit her head, because she was this close hitting her head. I'm just glad she lost her balance and fell to the ground, because she was almost close hitting her head. It's on YouTube. So I feel sorry for his children. It's sad. I feel bad for Al B. Sure, because he really loved her. Al B. Sure was very popular in the R&B industry. When Night and Day came out, man, he blew up. But Puffy did this to himself. Now his children, I don't know. I can't speak their mind. I don't know how they feeling right now, because they love their mom. I can imagine. I'm glad I was raised for her. I'm glad my parents taught me a lot. Me and my sisters. But if you are a mother and you have 3 children, I'm not talking about the ones who have 3 children and the dad is not around. You have some people have 3 children or 2 children and they have support because because they have support. Because you know why? Because they're not just raising their children by themselves. Their father is in their life. That's support. People say, well, they still single. They still have support. The dad is still around. I know somebody's like that. They have 3 children. It didn't work out. The relation didn't work out. But guess what? Their father is still around. And the mother has the father's help. That means you're a team. I mean, you don't have to get along, but the father is still around. And that's a blessing. because you don't see that no more. The father disappear or the mother runs him away. If you can't have me, you can't have our children. But it's good. I love when single fathers, single mothers raising their children. You want people to get married, but sometimes it doesn't work out. Life happens. It's a blessing. Yes, children can say my father, my mother, their relationship didn't work out. But guess what? My father was there and my mother was there. That all. What can you say about that? I'm going to say that again. Children will grow up and say, yes, I wanted my mother, my father to get married, but it didn't work out. But guess what? I'm proud to say my mother was there and my father was there. If I couldn't talk to my mother, I can talk to my father. If I can't talk to my father, I can talk to my mother. It should be that way. That means you're a team. And you have some father and you have some children. Their birth daddy is not there, but that father say, you're mine, you're mine, you're my child. And I raised you when you was 2 years old, and because your birth daddy wasn't there, well, you're my child. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful picture. But Cassie knew the kind of person Puffy was. I wish that didn't happen to her. Nobody don't deserve to be abused. But Cassie knew what was coming. She knew that Puffy was going to do that. But Jagger R. Wright. I hope you got your facts right. I'm telling you, Jagger R. Wright. I was on TikTok today. Jagger R. Wright said Diddy told Faith that Biggie was going to get killed. Different people are saying on YouTube he hired a hitman and paid him millions of dollars. People are saying that Puff Daddy hired a hitman to kill Tupac. Usher did not mention his name on the BET Awards when he got honored. Did y'all see that? Usher did not. I'm going to say it again. Usher did not mention Diddy's name. Where y'all call him? Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. He did not mention the mentor that he looked up to and found out he was a monster and nasty and freaky. He didn't mention his name. He mentioned Babyface and L.A. Reid, Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, and other people. He did not mention Puffy's name. He didn't mention, I don't like the word daddy, because you ain't my daddy. But he didn't mention his name. He did not mention his name. Go back, watch the BET Awards, and Usher did not mention his name. They probably told you better not mention his name. Bow Wow really don't have nothing good to say about Puff Daddy. Puffy. So that fake book about Kim, don't buy that book. Don't buy it. It's fake. But I believe he did something to her. Because that video told me a lot what he did to Cassie. If he did that to Cassie, he did that to his females that he was messing with. But he really abused Kim. I believe he did abuse her. He did something to her. And I'm sorry. But when a man put his hands on a woman like that, the way he did to Cassie, you are monster and evil. He tried to kill her. I'm telling you, she was this close. You know how men are stronger than females. I hope people understand that. A female is not stronger than a man. We're strong, but not that strong. He couldn't have killed, he almost killed her. He grabbed her like this, and slammed her. He threw her on the floor. Bad. It was like, oh my gosh, this man is a monster. I mean, he grabbed her. He grabbed her like she was a man. And and he just threw her and she almost hit her head. That was it for me. So if he did that to Cassie, he did that to Kim. He did something to Kim. That video told me everything about Puffy. You evil, you're a monster. And I believe he's sick. They said Puffy like young boys. Clyde Davis, your mentor. Woo! I'm trying to find what Bow Wow said about Puffy. Bow Wow parents should be ashamed of themselves. Your son was a minor, and you're gonna let Puffy watch your son? Not good. That's not a good picture. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna play it for you. No, it's on Instagram. I can't say Jenny Dill is lying. And to be honest, I don't think he's not lying. Yeah, Bow Wow knew Puffy. He knew him. I can't say Jenny Dill is lying. I can't. Jacquard, right? I don't know about her. Because what she's saying is some ooh, she's deep. Jacquard, right? I hope you tell the truth. Because you are getting really, really deep into the story. You are getting really deep into the story. Clyde Davis needs to be exposed. Clyde Davis is a drug head. Okay. They said Puffy parties. People are saying Puffy parties was so wild. It was freaky parties. People was having sex. People was doing all kinds of stuff. Men was having sex with each other. Females having sex with each other in the bed. Oh, I've been hearing all kinds of stuff. What people were saying about Puffy, but that's what happens. People will bring up your past. They will bring up your past. It was and it's old. It's old information. Some people don't care. Some people do not care. I know some people say, why are they talking about Tupac and Biggie? That was in the 90s. People don't care. Some people do not care. Jaguar Wright said she don't Jaguar Wright don't believe um Puffy, I mean Biggie and Faith didn't have a son together. CJ. CJ was born in 1997. Jaguar Wright said in her own mouth she don't believe that's Biggie's son. And the reason why she said that, because it's Biggie's son. They had Biggie's picture. I mean, CJ. They had Biggie's son's picture, CJ, and they had Puffy picture next to each other. And I was like, what the world is going on? Jaguar, right? Where is your information? And some people saying that I'm sorry she's not sued. Not trying to be mean, but some people say she don't have anything to be sued. I hope she have good people around her, because the stuff that she's saying, oh my gosh. If I was saying all that, I have information. But I hope she has information. Jeannie Dale, I believe you're telling the truth. Mm-hmm. They said Puffy's dad, Melvin Combs, wasn't a good man. Of course, he was selling drugs. You're going to snitch when you're in the drug game. You're going to snitch. Somebody is going to tell on you. Somebody's going to set you up. That's part of the game. That's part of the street game. You don't have no friends when you sell drugs together. It's a competition in the drug game. It's a competition in the drug game. Puffy, I would never work with him. My question will be, every artist you sign, why every artist that he signed to Bad Boys, their career wasn't successful. They was dealing with health problems and money problems. Every person who knew Puffy, they're dead. Biggie is dead. Puffy is the only person who told Biggie, you need to go to California. When Biggie sung that song, I'm going back to Cali. People were saying, the ones who loved Biggie and told him, like, Biggie, you making a bad decision. Biggie should have listened to his mom, his close friends. He should have listened to his wife, Faith, because him and Faith was still married. Biggie should have listened. But when you listen to somebody, but he listened to Puff Daddy. And guess what happened when he listened to Puffy and told him to go back to Cali? So everybody's no beef in between you and Tupac. Biggie should have listened to the people who care about him. Biggie's mom, she didn't like Puffy. She said Puffy and Biggie didn't get along. Puffy and Biggie didn't get along. People say he was jealous of Biggie. And he probably was. That was his best artist. Faith was too. But Faith didn't want all that fame. Faith is happy what she's doing, everybody. Okay? Faith is happy what she's doing. Everybody don't want to be in Hollywood. You know, everybody don't want to have the spotlight. Faith Evans is doing fine. She's happy about the music career she chose. She can announce that she's on tour and it's going to be sold out. So I had to say that on my show. But if Biggie would have listened to the people who care about him, he will be here today and teaching these young rappers how to rap. Lord have mercy. Some of these rappers can't rap. My rap generation sucks. Rap music sucks. One person told Biggie to go to California was Puffy. And guess what happened? He died. Died. Biggie should have had his release party in Brooklyn, Harlem, Queens. He could have had it in Atlanta. He could have had it in New Jersey, but not Los Angeles or Vegas, because Tupac lived in Los Angeles. Tupac died in Vegas. He should have never went back to West Coast. He should have stayed his behind in East Coast. But he decided to listen to Puffy, and look what happened. That's saying something. That picture don't go together, right? Something shady is going on. What I just said. He should have never wrote that song. I'm going back to Cali Cali. He made a bad decision. And I believe the truth is going to come out. And I heard that Puffy have he saved a lot of evidence on people. That's what they do. You tell on me, I'm gonna tell on you. That's nothing new. Puffy should have listened to his mentor, Andre Harrell. But no, you want to listen. You want to be like Clyde Davis, and look what happens. Expose Clyde Davis. I don't care. He's old. Y'all expose Bill Cosby. Y'all try to bring him. Y'all, I mean, yeah. Expose Clyde Davis. Because Clyde Davis wasn't no saint. He was evil, and that, yeah, he was evil and nice and evil. He had a nice side of him. And then behind your back, he's stabbing you in the back and doing evil things to you. Puffy was fat out. He was flat out mean, evil. But Jeannie Dill he did something to Kim. Mm-hmm. How he treated Cassie? Oh yeah, he did that. He did something to Kim. That video was it for me. Jeannie Dill believes they should open Kim Parner's. She needs a trial. They need to open her case. Somebody needs to open her case because the way she died, that was kind of like, of course, you're going to get sick when you go to Africa. But how Jeannie Dill's talking, they need to open her her case, and I believe so too. The truth needs to be told. What really happened to her? I don't wish that on nobody. She was, and I'm telling y'all, don't buy that fake book. I know I keep saying don't buy that fake book. It's fake. It's not looking good on Puffy. They accusing him raping, messing with little boys. They accuse him all kinds of stuff. Go on YouTube. Jenny Dill also, Jaguar Wright believe he has something to do with I'll Be Sure getting sick. Yeah, every person who worked with Puffy, they struggle. Some of them struggle with health problems and money problems. That's not good. If you're an artist, I said this before when I got on here. If you are a manager, assistant manager, a personal assistant, a publicist, if you sign somebody on your label, you're supposed to take care of them because they gonna look out for you. You're a team. You're supposed to take care of your artists. They trust you to be in their corner if something happens. And Puffy treated his artist like a piece of crap, but not Faith Evans, because she wasn't that type of female. Certain females he didn't mess with. Certain people he didn't mess with because he knew they was going to backfire him and tell him, you're not going to control my career or my life because I can go to a different label. Do you know that Faith Evans, the kind of voice that she has, she's the queen of Bad Boys Records. Faith Evans put them on the map. Her and Biggie did. Okay. Craig Mack was on the label. Okay. If your artist is suffering from health problems and they broke and die broke, red flags. When I say red flags, that's not a good picture. You're supposed to help your artists when they dealing with dark times in their life. And don't even, because it's your job to take care of your artists. And managers, personal assistant, publicists, do not let some of these record companies who are the owners treat your artists like a piece of crap. They hire you to look out for them. Do your job. I'm telling you, your artists hired you to be their manager, to be their assistant manager, be their publicist, be their personal assistant. They hire you to look out for them. You don't let some of these record companies, who's the owners, the founder, CEO, co-founder, you don't let them treat your artists like a piece of crap. Because you work for them. If you a manager, assistant manager, or a personal assistant, or a publicist, you don't work for the record companies. You work for the artists. They hire you to look out for them because they're gonna look out for you, and then they see you being quiet. They're gonna be like, dang. So I have to do this all by myself. I trusted y'all so y'all can look out for me. Lawyers too. You have to have the right people on your corner. That is why I like Joe Jackson. Y'all can talk bad about Joe Jackson. I love Joe Jackson because he was the best manager in the world. He did not let his children have freedom. He looked out for his children. He protected his children. Now y'all understand why Joe Jackson was like this in show business? Because he felt like y'all are not going to disrespect my children. You are not going to rob me. Elvis was a crook. Pat Boone was a crook. Little Richard mentored so many artists in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Watch his old YouTube videos. He warned James Brown, don't let these record companies rob you, man. Be on your A game. And James Brown listened. Bootsy Collins said he regret that. George Clinton regret that because the record companies robbed them blind too. They didn't like how James Brown, they didn't like how he was handling his business. James Brown was strict for a reason because he said some of these record companies will rob you. And guess some of these record companies would do? Give you drugs. Have you noticed some of these record companies give their artists drugs? Clive Davis was on drugs. Okay, so that means he gave his artists drugs. He didn't throw Whitney away when she was doing drugs because he was strung out on drugs. He couldn't help Janis Joplin or Phyllis Hyman because he was on drugs. Drugs. That's when the managers, the assistant managers, publicists, personal assistants need to step in and save their artists and say, you're going to rehab. You're going to get some help. If you don't get no help, I'm going to leave you. I'm just going to leave you alone until you get some help. Or I'm calling your family members and your close friends that care about you and tell them what's going on. Come on, managers, personal assistant, publicists, y'all need to protect your artists. There's some evil people out there. Record companies, some of these record companies need to take care of their artists. That's why I like Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam. That's why I like Lehan, Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble because they took care of their artists. When Teddy Pendergrass was paralyzed, did Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff throw Teddy away and rob him? No, they told Teddy, their brother, their friend, Teddy, come on when you're ready. Teddy Pendergrass, come on. I know you paralyzed. I know your voice is going to sound different, but we got you. We got you. They was real men. And help their friend get back, because help their friend get back on his feet. Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble did not throw away Teddy Pendergrass. They was ready for him to come back. Let's make some more music until you're ready to retire. Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff did not throw Teddy away. They helped him get back on his feet while he was paralyzed. Songwriting company said, no, we can't help you because you're paralyzed. But Leon Kenny Gamble didn't do that. They helped Phyllis Hyman and Teddy Pendergrass accept their help. That was a beautiful thing. He said, that's awesome that Teddy Pendergrass accept their help. Yes, I will come back to you guys because y'all treated me good. They treated Teddy the same way. They treated Teddy like everybody else. They treated him like he was walking again, but he was in a wheelchair. They stopped working with Teddy when he retired, and he finally went to glory in heaven. Terry Lewis, Jimmy, and they try to help Phyllis. Phyllis Hyman didn't care about the fame. She wanted to be Phyllis Hyman. She didn't care about the fame, but I'm glad they signed her before she passed away. They try to help her. Watch Phyllis Hyman YouTube videos when she warned Prince, don't mess with Clive Davis. Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam, one of the best songwriters in the world, musicians. Yes, Leon and Kenny Gamble, one of the best musicians, songwriters in the music industry, Philly sound. Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam was on that level. They helped their artists. When Alexander O'Neal was strung out on drugs, they told him the only way we can make music, you have to go to rehab and get some help. They did not rob him. They didn't spend his money. When he offered the help, he had another hit song. And he went back doing drugs again. And that's when Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam said, you need a break from the music industry. They didn't say, you're done. We're done with you. Don't come back. They didn't do that. They said, you need a break from the music industry. And he did. But Alexander O'Neal, I bet you this. Alexander O'Neal don't have his voice right now. But I bet you if he called Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam and said, hey, Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam, I need y'all help. My voice is not the same anymore, but I really want to be back in the spotlight. Can y'all help me? The answer is going to be yes, Alex. You're supposed to help your artists. I'm not no babysitter. You're not babysitting them. It's like you're supposed to help your artists. I don't have to explain that. You supposed to help your artists. You supposed to help them and teach them about show business. Teach them about contracts. Teach them about traveling. Teach them about money-wise. You're supposed to teach them about contracts, how to deal with managers, how to deal with personal assistant, publicists, because you don't need a publicist, because publicists are very important, because you have to hire the right publicist, because sometimes some of these publicists, you will hire that person and you can count on them, they lying on you. because they get caught up. Personal assistant, same way. You have to be careful who you hired to be on your team, because they smile at your face and stab you in the back. They call backstabbers. You have to be very mindful to be in show business. You have to be very mindful, eyes open, ears open. You have to be very mindful when you sign these contracts to these record labels. Because some contracts, like I said before, some contracts are not real. It's fake. $6 million, $7 million, $10 million contracts can be fake. Puff Daddy treated his artist like a piece of crap. A piece of crap. Who was on his label? You know, he didn't treat his artist right. If your artist is struggling with health, struggling, and they die broke, red flags. That's not a good picture. Why your artist, you're rich, you making millions, and your artist making $1,000 or $0. That's not good. Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam, Leon, Kenny Gamma, and Leon Huff was making millions, and they artists was making millions. So, Andre Harrell, I never heard him being a crook. I never heard nothing bad about him. Terry Lewis, Jimmy Jam, green flags. Leon, Kenny Gamma, Leon Huff, green flags. The late Andre Harrell, green flags. Russell Simpson, I never heard nothing bad about him. He gets green flags too. Puffy, Bad Boy Records. Mace, exposing him. One of his artists died broke, and he was sick. He was really sick. I'm finna look him up. Black Rob. Ding! Black Rob died broke, and he was so sick. He was so sick he can barely talk. He was laying in a hospital bed, and he died broke. He was the label that he was on was Bad Boys Records. Bad Boys Records. You understand what I'm saying? Black Rob signed to Bad Boy from 1996 2010. Okay. Why these artists are making $1,000? Some of these artists are making $1,000, and these owners on their own record company, and the co-founders, the founders and the co-founders are making millions, and your artist is making thousands of dollars, or they have $0 in the bank because you spend all their money, because you told them, I'm gonna buy you a car, I'm gonna buy you a house. But they don't realize, some of these artists don't realize they spending your money, not their money. Black Rob was in the hospital dying. He died as a broke man. He died. They say he had no money and he was homeless. had nowhere to go. He signed to Bad Boys Records. That was one of Puffy artists. Black Rob. I'm going to say it again. Puffy signed Black Rob to his label, Bad Boys Records. And he died. It's on YouTube. See? You probably can't see it, but it's on YouTube. Type in Black Rob in the hospital. He was broke when he died. They had nowhere to go. Okay? You're supposed to take care of your artists. If your artist is dying and they died as a broke person, you're evil. You're evil. Your artists should be making millions like you. Now, if they blow their money, that's their fault. You should. It's your job to tell your artists how to handle their money. Classes. We have some. Yes, it's your job to tell your artists how to handle their money. It's not all about you. And you have, and some of your artists is dead. Biggie is dead. If your artist is dead, struggling, that's not good. I'm not supposed to take care of my artists. You a freaking liar. You're supposed to take care of your artists. It's like a therapist is supposed to take care of their patients. A teacher is supposed to take care of their students. College professors should take care of their students. You're supposed to protect the people that you want to be in your circle or working for you. Okay? When you work at the company, your managers are supposed to take care of their employees. I'm going to say it again. Some of these record companies are the owners, and you saying that you're not supposed to take care of your artists, you a liar, because you're supposed to take care of your artists. It's like you're supposed to take care of your employees at your job. Your managers, team leaders should take care of their employees. Take care of their employees. Because if something happened to their employees, they need to step in and solve that issue. It's like a psychologist supposed to take care of their patients when they're going through depression, anxiety. Okay. A teacher and a principal's job is to take care of the whole school. The principal job is to take care of the students and the teachers and the folks who work in the cafeteria. They're supposed to take care of the whole school system, the whole school. Okay. It's like a president supposed to take care of the people who live in the United States of America. Vice president, same way. Okay. So you're supposed to take care of each other, especially somebody signed to your label, somebody working in your company, or you hire somebody to work for this company or work for your company. You're supposed to take care of them. Okay. You take care of yourself, but you take care of the people you hired. Okay. If you're a teacher, a principal, you're supposed to take, if you're a principal at the school, you're supposed to take care of everybody's in that school. It's your job. Because if something happens, they're not going to go to the teacher. They're going to go to that principal, because the principal take care of everybody in that school. If you have a record if you work at a grocery store, if you work at anywhere or have your own company, you're supposed to take care of your employees. Solve that problem if something bad happens. You see You're supposed to take care of your artists. If an artist, if a singer hire you to work for them, you're supposed to take care of them. Managers, personal assistant, publicists, if you see some of these record companies who are the owners not treating their artists right, you're supposed to step in. And Puff Daddy, he asked for it, so he has to deal with it. You can't treat people like crap. And he hurt a lot of people. So that's all I have to say for today. And Clyde Davis is on the list. He treated his artists like crap. 3 of your artists died. Janis Joplin died on drugs. Phyllis Hyman died from an overdose. Whitney Houston died from a heart attack because she was on drugs. I don't have to say anything else after that. I shouldn't. 3 of your artists is dead. If your artists are struggling and they're dead and they died broke, you are a monster. If your artists died broke, suffering from drugs, sickness, depression, anxiety, suicide, and you didn't help them, you're the devil. The devil. So that's all I have to say. So all the people, make sure y'all subscribe to me, the Imani Dilla Show. I will be back on here tomorrow at October the 23rd at 7 p.m. I will be interviewing Tammy Wilson. October the 3rd at 7 p.m. Tammy Wilson, who's running for Congress, will be on the Imani Dilla Show on my StreamYard YouTube. So about Puffy Combs. When you do evil, evil will come back on you. Don't get too high. And Puffy was too high. You can't be mean to people. And I know some people don't like hearing that. You have to take care. I have to take care of my artists. Yes. You're supposed to take care of your artists. You want your artists to struggle? You want to have a bad reputation? You're supposed to take care of your artists. You're supposed to take care of your artists. You're supposed to take care of your artists. Whoever told you that you're not supposed to take care of your artists, they're a liar. I just told you. You're supposed to take care of your artists. So make sure y'all follow Jenny Dill. Because Jenny Dill, I believe he's telling the truth about Puff being abusive, controlling. Jaguar, right? I don't know about her. But Jenny Dill, I can't say he's lying because he was with Puffy 24/7. He was his bodyguard. He saw it a lot. But do I believe he did something to Kim? Puffy? Of course. Look at what I saw. When I saw that video, what he did to Cassie, enough said. So I hope everybody had a good day. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. with Tammy Wilson. All right. That's all I have to say for tonight. Thank you for watching the Imani Dilla Show. And make sure y'all subscribe me. Make sure y'all subscribe me. That's all I have to say for tonight.